just reminded me I wanted to start up the live stream. We're live streaming to the world, yes. And you can catch the live stream on the Kukuau Studio YouTube page. Yes, so welcome to Kukuau Studio. I see a lot of people here for the first time. That's super great. And great to see some old faces that I haven't seen in a while and stuff like that. So good, so good. Yeah, Kukuau Studio is a, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a community-based, no, it's a creative experiment in community volunteerism. So, and how we do that is like through our donation box at the bottom of the stairs, or go say hey to the old bartender. Talk to Angel here. Yeah. And yeah, we do we're home of the Monday night jazz jam. It's the longest running jazz jam in the history of the state. This Sunday we'll be having our 4th Sunday blues jam. We do blues jams 2 Sundays a month on the 2nd and 4th Sunday. Also next weekend in August we've got a band from Alaska called Blackwater Railroad playing on the 2nd Friday of the month. And the following Saturday will be a crazy rock show with Mosh Play Live. It's going to be a lot of fun. So get plugged into Kukuau Studio on all our social stuff. You can catch us on our YouTube page here. And that's what these people are checking out right now. They're popping in. And so, yeah, we're going to have an awesome poetry slam tonight. I'm stoked. You stoked? So stoked. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce to you our lovely and amazingly talented host. Put your hands together for Angel K.
Oh my God, this is so many people. That's really, really freaking great. I was telling Bev, I'm like, I'm not as good as an MC as you, so don't make me look too bad, but I'm gonna do my damnedest. Thanks, babe. Okay, awesome. A little backstory on me and on Tidal Tongues Poetry. If you aren't following Tidal Tongues Poetry on Instagram yet, you totally should. I have a monthly event every single month, at least that's the plan. Typically at a different venue around the east side of the island of Hawaii. I just wanted to create a platform for poetry because I noticed that was something that was lacking. And I know poetry is something that means so much to myself. I am a recently out of the closet poet. And decided to dive headfirst into the deep end of poetry and also event planning, I guess. I'm having a great time. And also got some grades. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys all so much for showing up tonight. Thank you all to the poets that are here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's what it's all about. And thank you to our wonderful judges. I'll get to introductions soon, but first, just a couple of quick reminders. If you happen to park in Panda, try to move your car if you can before the end of the night. They get a little nitpicky about that. Also, if you haven't paid, there's a $5 jar right there. All funds go to any of my marketing materials that I end up making, printing out flyers, thinking about maybe stickers. Something cute like that. And it also goes out to paying out our wonderful musician for the night. So yeah, that feels really great. Alrighty, let's see here. So we've got some wonderful poets here tonight, all local poets that are here, and a surprise one at the end who's from out of town, but I'll show you what they've got. And first wanted to give a huge shout out to Kukuau Studio for hosting this and for being a sponsor for this. Yeah, shout out to Kukuau Studio. Admiring them, such a huge admirer of them because you know, the rest of the world is lacking in community a lot. And so there's the utmost respect for places that prioritize community involvement, community hubs, music, the arts, and stuff like that. And those are all things that Kukuau really embodies. And so just wanting to really express my love and appreciation for Kukuau for holding it down in Hilo and being such a sweet, artistic, musical place for people to gather and for hosting something like this. Yeah. You'll get to know our poets here soon, but first I want to go ahead and introduce our judges for the night. These are people that both reached out to me, I reached out to them. We love them, we know them. First on the docket is going to be Larry, aka Lair Bear. He is a resident artist, actually, in the community where I live, and I've single-handedly seen him bust out the craziest woodworking like masterpieces for all of these really, really, really dope events. And I admire him so much as an artist, and was really, really stoked to have him asked to be a judge here today. And I think he's got a pretty keen ear as well. 2 of them, he says. The next one we have up is Andy Astra. Another sweet love of mine that I know and hold dear. And Andy Astra is actually a wonderful artist as well. Spooky Girl Art, if you don't know, now you know. Follow them on Instagram. And they are also a published author. No big deal. So I feel like that pretty much qualifies them. If you want to go ahead and check out Blood, Sweat, and Queers, they have a story that'll be coming out here soon before the end of the year is out. So give a big round of applause for Andy. What an accomplishment. We also have Imani. I feel like most people here know Imani. That goes without freaking saying. That goes without saying. Such a community staple, wonderful musician. And same goes for Zen. I mean, both of these guys right here really just like hold Hilo Town down on like the sickest beats, community involvement, getting down with like open mic nights and all these different events. Like they hold down Hilo more than I even know, because like I'm a little hermit that lives in Pahoa. But they hold it down so magically, and all the events I've seen them put on have been so incredibly spectacular, and I'm so elated to have them both here today. Yay! Alrighty, so here's how this shindig is going to go. We are going to have our first round right now. Each poet on my list is going to come up and read one singular poem. These poems are meant to tug at your heartstrings. They're meant to make you laugh. They're meant to give you goosebumps. These poets have been primed to know that their delivery and their words do matter incredibly. And their emotional impact and the way that it lands is exactly what the judges are going to be scoring on, nothing else. They're more than welcome to read from paper. I didn't want to put any fine lines around this. Poetry is poetry no matter which way you present it. So just wanted to throw that out there and make that a staple. After each round, there will be 3 rounds. In which we will end up with the top 3 poets of the night. And in between each round, we will have a musical interlude artist, Warren Weston. Warren Weston over here. Again, wonderful local musician who like hops all around the east side. Like I primarily see him in Pahoa holding shit down, and the voice on that kid is crazy sauce. So I'm so excited that he's graciously volunteered himself to be here tonight and to like hold down the floor with some tunes. Feel free to, in these musical interludes, to like get up, bust a little jig, talk to your friends, hang out, and just enjoy the ambiance. We also do have a bar down here. If you're interested in any drinks, please feel free to do that. And yeah, everybody feeling good? Yeah? Beautiful, thank you. I'm so nervous. Thank you so much. Okay, so the first poet that we have coming up tonight is going to be Liam Skilling. Welcome to the stage, Liam.
Good to see you, Liam. I thought that might be good. I was like, is that Zen? That's Zen. No bias.
No bias, get up there.
No bias. Sage is coming.
All love, all love.
The judges don't know any of these.
No. These mics. All strangers to me.
I know, us taller folks.
My son, I first met you when you were 19 years old. You're bold, beautiful, and brilliant, with the hands of a sorcerer, constantly creating, rendering whole worlds in color and line, creating characters and stories more honest and true than reality. I love being a dad, but I was always afraid of having a son, The responsibility of raising a boy, kind and courageous, sensitive and strong in this world, terrified me. I didn't know how to show you what it means to be a man. Turns out I had it all upside down. I remember one night at a house party in the Mission, San Francisco was unbearably hip and young, and children were purely theoretical. I totally support trans people, someone said, but I wouldn't, want my kid to be trans. Strong words followed, and tears were shed, and I'm ashamed to say it now. But at the time, that made sense to me. The only trans people I knew growing up were the sex workers on 10th Avenue, wearing the bruises of threatened masculinity, masquerading as other people's fetishes just to survive, living in the shadow of a society that criminalized cross-dressing, condoned discrimination, and recognized transphobia as a defense to murder. Every parent wants their kid to be happy, to be free from danger and difficulty, but sometimes the comfort we crave most is our own. Avoiding awkward questions from relatives and coworkers, dodging difficult decisions about hormones and puberty blockers, and some of our fears have real teeth. The last few years have been the deadliest ever to be trans in America, and it's only getting worse. Every day, I hear hateful politicians putting my son's life at risk, pathetically pandering to ignorance and bigotry. Well, fuck them! As for you, you can do anything, be anything you want. You won't be limited by my fear any more than their hate. And as for me, I may not always understand you, but I'll always stand up with you. Thanks to lockdown and virtual school, I got a bonus year with you. Time to become reacquainted with your fascination with cowboys and crocodiles and anarchists. Time also to stop fumbling for pronouns like a tourist in a foreign land and instead speak your chosen name like my native tongue. Time to see you with my heart. My son, you're bold, beautiful, and brilliant, with the hands of a sorcerer, crafting an identity more honest and true than biology, conjuring a future more honest and kind and compassionate than the one I grew up in. I was always afraid of being a dad. Turns out I didn't have to worry, because you showed me what it means to be a man.
Holy shit, what a start to the evening, am I right? One more time, give it up for Liam. Wow, that was crazy. Hey, that was awesome. Wonderful. I'm glad when it gets political. All right, the next poet that we have up, they have performed with us before, and I love their work so much, I'm so excited. Can we have Amanda to the stage? Yeah!
Decided the only way to survive the banal absurdities of this world's expectations is to become a poet. Because no one expects a poet to know which towel to use, which exit to take, how to sort the laundry, how to tell if the milk is bad, find the line between drinkable and rot, count the bacteria until they tip the scales that you'll probably trip over in the bathroom because I was too busy paying attention to the story in my mind of the man who works nights unloading the milk crates, pining with each arriving truck for the woman who left him. It's just that no one expects a poet to know who won the game, got the rose, took the cup, wore the dress on the red carpet. We are left to dream on the edge of the page where the words drip like homemade frosting left too long in the sun. Out, cast under disapproving glances, we recognize each other, looking too long at the weathered stone wall. Clutching geckos, moss and lichen, only props to passers-by. So let them be the ones expected to know where to find parking, remember the name of the dermatologist, or when to replace the toothbrush. Because I am not leaving this plane of existence where time and sentiment can impossibly entangle. To bring moments of witness, of unfolding creation, fiddlehead in the sunlight, fish flash in the break. You'll find me by the dumpster, on the shore, under the tree, talking to the birds who already knew the only way to survive the absurd banalities of this world's expectations is to become a poet.
All right. I think it's very apparent that there's some fire in the house, and I'm really excited. I'm really freaking stoked about this. Wow, this is what really, oh my God, girds my loins, or whatever that saying is. Beautiful. All right, so our next poet of the night, also a well-known Hilo Town favorite, goes to all the open mic nights and stuff. Super excited to see them up here again. Gia, get up here.
Okay. Down, down, down. Down, down, down the rabbit hole goes, twisting, turning, revealing layer after layer. Its depths leave behind a light, leaving behind conformity, leaving behind normalcy. Down, down, down the rabbit hole goes. How far down? So few know. The rabbit traverses them with ease, without the need for light, knowing each end, knowing each cranny, knowing where the stockpiles are, knowing where safety is. Sometimes the rabbit lets others in, to show them around, letting them see. Down, down, down the rabbit hole goes. The deeper he leads, the more they know. The more he trusts, the deeper they go. The further into his soul they touch. Although the rabbit trusts many, and is often quick to hop along and share, there are few that he has trusted as he trusts the one who howls at the moon. Down, down, down the rabbit hole he led Luna, sharing with her the depths of what he has proudly made. Through the years, the careful packing, careful digging, the tunnels of self-discovery and understanding within himself, sharing all of it, finding similar interests along the way, finding understanding at each turn, at every dead end. Down, down, down the rabbit hole goes, the meaning, the worth, the value of the deep, dark journey he fears she will never understand. He fears she will never know, but down he takes her and shows her, her fur left behind as she rubbed against the walls, her scent scattered throughout, her essence remains. Down, down, down the rabbit hole, he knows, he now feels that where the darkest tunnels lead, there is love. That there has been one that has seen that even in those darkest parts, he too is loved. And all he fears now is that she does not know the weight, the worth, the value that going down, down, down the rabbit hole will always hold for him.
Wonderful, beautiful, delicious. Thank you so much, Gia. That was wonderful. All right, see, this is why I could never be a judge, because there's so many people on here that I'm like, oh my God, I love you so much. 10. Easy. 10, 10, 10. It would be ridiculous. Okay, awesome. So the next person up, if you could also just admire their Medusa piercing. I did that last week. It's fine. They're also such a beautiful person, and I'm so excited to have them on stage. I've been getting to know them more, and they're just delicious. Okay, awesome. Welcome to the stage, Cosmo.
Hi, y'all.
Hello.
I desire to trace the length of each and every one of your ribs, from the back to the front, and back again, and feel every junction at your sternum and your spine along the way. In my palm to fingertips, I feel the echo of the delicate cartilage of your throat and the spiny prominences of your neck. Imagine feeling the way your skull orients to the curving of your spinal segments, displaying how you move in and out of momentary self-assuredness and lack thereof. I picture the tips of my fingers gliding across your clavicles like trails of light, then trace them with my mouth to taste your flesh on bone. I feel my body respond to picturing the way your shoulders would embarrassingly curl in towards me as I press you into the wall, using my palm to steady your humerus and pin you, while I kiss the fullness of your zygomatic arch. In my mind, I stroke your arms, feeling for the hollows and structures within, pausing at the vulnerability of your palmar side of your wrists. I carefully touch each tiny, delicate bone of your hand. I recreate the feeling of your vibration within your imagined structure, you hum. I'm embarrassed to think of the distant comfort of your cavities and crevices that are grayed out in my mind. I want to meet you at the safety of your junctions and intersections. Greet your areas of resistance with a handshake. Maybe make eye contact where you hide. I miss the fleshy rise and fall of your rhythms. Find where you and my integrity meet. I wish you knew these desires of my heart and creations in my mind, and to also grieve the exploration we won't have. Your most vulnerable parts are out of grasp, but I still reach anyway. I can almost caress your heart in my hand. It still beats well within your infrastructure.
I have to keep raising the mic. For those of you who have any questions, I am 6'1" without the boobs. Thank you. Ow! It's a lot of woman. Alrighty. Oh God, we're off to such a good start. I do see a few newcomers who came in and plopped down. No worries, no rush, but we do have a $5 jar over here. I didn't want to have someone stand at the front and miss the poetry, so if you are not a poet and you are not a judge, please feel free to drop a 5 in that thing. Support the local arts. Alright, next poet that we have up, wonderful, sweet, I love her, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie, get up here.
I am not 6'1". This is called Hollow Women. I tried as a child to hug myself with the arms of my mother. Every night, I fell asleep with my arms wrapped around my ribs, trying to squeeze what felt broken inside back together, trying to wring out the tears that soaked my own chest, trying to be okay, to feel safe. I held myself like I imagined my mother would if her mother had held her. We have become a cascade of vacant women, passing caverns of loneliness from generation to generation. I see a woman between two mirrors, staring solemnly backwards at a trail of reflections, together and alone simultaneously. We are a field of sunflowers, worshipping beauty and stature, but at our base, our stems are hollow. Hollow stems like empty stomachs. The women of our bloodline have been taught that emptiness is strength, deprivation is admirable. The less space we occupy, the more noble and secure we should feel. After all, wildflowers are rarely targets, less likely to be plucked if we fade into the background. But don't fade too much or we'll be forgotten completely. Survival is a dance between hiding and being seen. I wish I could send love back in time, embed it in my DNA, hose it through my blood to each of these hollow women that came before me. I want to hold you as you were meant to be held. In honor of you, I will hold my mother tightly in my arms, and I will hold myself until I fill what has been missing, until I'm fed, seen, protected, and whole. Thank you.
How's everybody feeling so far? Are we feeling good? Yeah? We liking what these local poets are dishing out? Yeah, I want your ears tingling. Alrighty, the next poet up that we have is going to be, again, local favorite, also really tiny, and you'll see their little tiny self running around and doing all of the community things. My goodness, this person is a blog writer for Big Island Paul's. They're working at Kilauea Coffee right now. They're like a percussionist around the island and do a whole bunch of really, really, really cool stuff. At this point, I feel like a lot of you know who I'm talking about. Please welcome to the stage, Waffle!
Wait. There we go. Yes, we can.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. On the page, what's his name? Simon.
I too am not 6'1".
Heyo.
Round and around and around and around it flows, it goes. Never mind all the words that the birds sing in harmony, they mean nothing. See the paint, see the embers, through the glass, it shines. I scream in pain, no one cares, not a soul reaches out to save. Empty halls, shattered walls, nothing, empty fucking motherfuck. Nothing. Shit, oh, let me fit. I think I can. I feel the wind. Feels nice. Can I swim? Paddling? You refuse. I recluse to deduce all these thoughtless motives. Nothing works. But in the end, I hope you win. Try again. But you delusional, psychotic bitch. Round and around and around and around it goes. It flows. It absolutely means nothing. It means nothing.
We have those down and down and down and around and around and around. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, next person. She tagged in at the last minute, which is brave. Brave. Thank you to all of our poets tonight who filled in for those who aren't able to be here at the last minute. I understand life happens, but I think there's a little bit of extra bravery in people who are stepping in at the last minute and being like, me, I'm here, I'm putting myself out there. And I love that. Please welcome to the stage, Suava.
This is called You Make It Easy. Before I get into it, before I begin, I need to make something clear. Just this once, I don't want there to be any room for interpretation. I don't want there to be any misunderstandings. And I don't want you wiggling away from the fact that this poem is about you. This is me reaching out, grabbing you by the shirt, looking you in the eye, and telling you, this is most definitely about you. The you that is hearing this, the you that by some cosmic chance found these words. Incredible, magical you. Don't worry about the parts that make you doubt, that make you think, that doesn't sound like me, or seem to be describing someone else. This is most definitely about you. So let's begin. Last night, sitting in darkness, I contemplated you. I thought about each of the millions of cells that make up you. I imagined the eons of events that amounted to the pattern of atoms that is you. I marveled at the ongoing evolution that is you. Precisely, specifically, you. I had the best time getting lost in all your details. The dark pools of your eyes, the curve of your smile, the slope of your extraordinary nose, the slenderness of your fingers, that little bit larger bone on your wrist, the way your hair sometimes stands out in every direction, every perfectly placed line of your body, every perfectly vibrating part of your soul, the way you walk, every step and intention, and your laugh, wow, it expands me times a million, and your heart, a lighthouse inside you, always aflame, no matter your mood. The way you regret mistakes, the pain you express, the so unique train of your thoughts, the way you pause before you talk and you say every word like you're giving birth to something precious and new. But the truth is, I want to erase everything I said about you. I want to lie back in the grass and forget words, because there's no way I can explain the exquisiteness that is you. It would take volumes. I would have to start at the top of your head and work my way down to your toes, millimeter by millimeter, to not miss anything. And I would have to stop in between each millimeter to admire all that is unseen. It would take lifetimes to itemize the essence of you. And I know I still would never get it right. This has gone on for far too long. I've already tried too hard, because it's not your individual parts or even the combination of your virtues and flaws. It's not anything I could list on paper. You are a masterpiece of creation. When I just lie back in the grass to conjure you, the entirety of the constantly changing energy that is you, I am sublime. I am alive. I fall into vastness. I fall into the energy that binds everything. I fall in love. I dwell in love in a way I never knew, never understood, until I saw you, until I realized I would never, never change anything about you, that I would be happy just sitting in darkness, forever contemplating you, forever enjoying you. And don't worry, you don't owe me anything, because loving, admiring, glorying in all of you, all of me, all of everything is what I most like to do. Thank you. You make it easy, so easy to be in love. With you, with me, with everything. And isn't it interesting that maybe this poem isn't about you? It seems it might be about me. But I'm you, after all. You make that easy to see.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. That was gorgeous. I'm having such a fantabulous time. This is everything. This is everything. Is there a Liam O'Malley in the building? No? Liam O'Malley? No, no way, no way. Okay, awesome. Fun fact about me is that I both have severe face blindness and name blindness, and so when people come up to me and they tell me their names, and they tell me I see their beautiful faces, it totally flies by me until I see them the next time, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you, even though I did not remember. It could be on the spot too. For example, I just asked this wonderful young man what his name is, and I'm pretty sure it starts with an S. Stanley. Stanley. I keep wanting to say Seth. That's not it. Stanley, like the Stanley Cup. We love him. Alrighty. Can we welcome to the stage Stanley for his first?
How's it going, guys? I just asked to do a poem, so now I'm here. And I'm going to present a poem I did for the Cuckoo House Studio on their 10-year anniversary. So I just, here it goes. It's called From Chains to Change. As I reflect on the past 10 years, it took blood, sweat, and tears to truly push past my fears. You see, society tried to put me in a cage and lock the key. Yet I found a way, yes, I found a way to be free. And as we celebrate the 10th anniversary of this studio, I also celebrate the 10th anniversary of the worst mistake of my life. This is a story of when I was arrested for the second time, but this time I paid the price for my crime, because for too long I was rolling the dice. So snake eyes were watching me now, as I had to think twice. They tried to say goodnight and goodbye, wishing I'd break down and cry. Yet little did they know I wouldn't go down without a fight. For I knew that I had to see with my own light in the darkness now, as I still held my own key that marked a path towards my destiny. Even though there was a constant reminder of the one mistake I made, it didn't hurt, yet my new ankle jewelry felt like a mental blade at first, because I knew that this was my fault. So I took full responsibility for this was my life. So instead of lamenting on if I'd go back behind those bars, I cut the insecurities out with a knife. While they tried to turn my smile into a frown, I chose that every time I looked down to charge this foreign part of me every single day for the 3 whole years, it would be motivation for me to turn my life around. And so I did. I learned how to find my own ground amidst the chaos that turned real. When in the courtroom I took the plea deal, now I was willing and ready to do the deep work to truly heal. So I grinded and studied and hustled nonstop, as I had to reevaluate my own way to reach the top. During those tumultuous 3 years, I couldn't own a computer or a smartphone, nor could I do drugs or watch porn, as I had a polygraph. So I had to learn how to have fun on my own. This was a powerful thing for me, as I now realize how much I've grown. I had to find another way to get in the zone, so I started writing, bleeding my ink onto the page, letting out all my anger while learning to understand my rage. Without a computer, I had to ask to go back to school. In a technological world, my pen became my only tool. After dropping out before, I now used my ink as fuel to write a new story, as only I held the key to unlock the chains that binded me and my insecurity. So I stuck to the books and started getting new looks from my professors in the form of an A. Yes, this is when I went back to school and got straight A's without a computer. So today marks 6 years since I graduated from UCLA. Something I only dreamed was possible just a few years ago, yet I chose to let go of the past and enter a new state of flow. What is that thing for you that allows you to truly grow? Something in the back of your mind you're hesitant to move forward with, yet know it would be fulfilling. That thing you're eager to show. For me, it's poetry. Hopefully leaving people inspired by my message. Raw, real, and vulnerable. It's been my weapon the past 10 years. So as I reflect upon my past, I now know how to heal from a mental cast. For seasons in life are temporary, yet what weight do you struggle to carry that robs you from your dreams and destiny? As I write this poem, yesterday marked 6 years of having my ankle jewelry off. And today marks 6 years since I got this tattoo, so I could blast off into a new me. One that once again allowed me to be free. This symbolic imagery on my arm I received in Las Vegas. Fresh off probation, I hit Vegas to roll the dice, skipped those slots, and got a tattoo. This is when I officially traded vice for encouraging others with my own life advice. I now ask you to celebrate even the opponent, for others may relate to a component of your fate. So enjoy the moments of the next 10 years, and I hope that some of you can resonate with my story as I share with this all to help you remember that you too are free. Because before I was 22, yet soon I'll be 42. So I'll enjoy my moments now. Allow yourself to have fun, and don't forget to take a vow, to reach towards your highest self and find your inner wealth. Just be thankful that you don't look down and see a metaphorical reminder of your sin. Let this be a reminder to stay on the right path, like my tattoo, as the next 10 years are about to begin. So cherish them while you still can. I have no regrets as I become wise. The more and more I go deep and take off my disguise to speak the truth. For this life, we all have been given our gifts. So use your gifts wisely and don't listen to the wrong voice. For no matter what you're going through, you still have a choice. You can use the past as an excuse, or you can use it as juice to fuel the muse, whatever that means for you. This is my form of booze now, getting drunk off the insights of my words. Symbolic like tattoos, my poetry is like therapy. Find that place inside where you no longer hide your truth, so you can stand on your story, not be buried by its weight. I urge you to change your perspective so you too can open the gate towards your destiny, so you too can just be free. You see, 10 years later, I wear no chain, but I still dance with echoes of pain. Yet I'm still me, Stan Lee. I took the blame, I took their fire, turned it to flame, and forged a voice they couldn't tame. Thank you.
I'm still me, Stanley. I'll never forget it now, I promise. Okay. That was amazing, delicious, and yeah, wonderfully insightful. Never would have guessed. All right, beautiful. Happy to move forward here. We're almost halfway over with the first round. Are we feeling good? Yeah, that's what I thought, because I'm feeling good too. Alrighty, next up is Miss Sage B.
Without a mic, because this poem is about my hat. change from someone who followed the format, go to work, get a job, and that was that. Instead, I got a hat. This hat that brought a reality shift that taught me how to live just on my wits, to command attention, to light up the room. With this hat on me, confidence balloon. So yeah, I can juggle this one and that one. Keep 'em coming, universe. Watch what I do. I can be a mother, a lover, a dancer, a teacher, a poet, a healer, a community leader. Except when I'm not. I stall, hats fall, hit a wall, and I'm left exposed. Holding on to nothing at all. No hats to spin, no song to sing, no bell to ding, no show to bring, and who am I without all those things? You see, if I put the hats down, well, what happens then? Can I be brave enough to have a real human interaction, to make a real human connection, to break this insatiable need to keep moving, keep proving I'm worthy, to trust that the essence of my presence is based on more than what I can do, to step out of the show and get to know me, and slow down enough to let myself know you.
The hats were a wonderful surprise. It teaches me that sometimes poetry includes props, and I really fuck with that. Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful. Give another round of applause for that. That was wild. I have a hard enough time not tripping over my own feet, so that was wonderful. Made me feel better that she dropped them towards the middle. Let's see here. So, next poet up, another last minute sign up that we had was Seti. Thank you for your bravery. Welcome to the stage, Seti.
Shout outs to Bob. Shout outs to Angel. Big mahalos to the judges. Thank you everybody for being here. Sorry I don't know how to use the microphone. Hopefully I know how to use the language. Let's start with something like, incredibly overwhelming is an understatement. These feats that I'm faced with, the flavor of a tasteless culture that's racist. How we complicate what's basic, beyond what's trashy and wasted, much less the God at your waist. We soiled what is sacred. Soil that was sacred until we swarmed like aphids or went otherwise apeshit in order to destroy it, not take it. You see, I'm an American, but I fake it, though that's just the truth that's naked. Well, I could dress it up and make it look like I'm not disturbed, stirred, and shaken by stories on the news stations. It's like the angle of my nation isn't parallel or adjacent. It's not even a relation to my lovely generation. Thanks.
All right. I'd like it to be known that I don't have any rules here, so when these people get up here, it's like long poems, short poems. They're like, is there a time limit? I'm like, I don't fucking know. And so it's like we have all these delicious love poems that stretch on for so long that you get to chew on and savor, and that's delicious. And those short, hard hitters can have just as much of an impact. So thank you so much for that. That was great. That was great. That was wonderful. All right, next up, this person I have so much love for. They showed up for all of my poetry events so far, and have been such a large supporter, and are also a wonderful poet, and has been one of my personal favorites. So I'm so excited to welcome to the stage Naga. Get up here, baby.
5 foot something. All right, here we go. This piece is called Waikiki on Acid. The monstrous mom looms, leering lasciviously, her teenage son desultorily defying gravity. All is wax. These many-colored people are like a school of blobby drunken fish, wandering in packs to the next distraction. A skeletal white woman in shredded red sweatpants feels into a barrel for bottles. Nobody sees her, I see her. The carnival slows. Desperation leaks through the facade of funhouse amusement. Suddenly, they are everywhere. A puffy-eyed Japanese woman, maybe just off work, seems to stagger under the weight of her own inner world. The old Filipino man plunking his homemade drum set for dollars has long ago gone to a place deep inside. And refuge is nowhere, when even the gallery clerk appears so pale and angrily unable to feel as she hisses at me to ask about the pieces that I retreat, fleeing. Until at last the ballooning mass fades, and I find myself on soft grass, breezes through coconut palms overhead, birds drifting by on the ancient Waikiki waters, and a soft voice seeming to say, enjoy and remember, this has always been here, and no, you cannot buy it. Thank you.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I was upstairs kissing the loves of my life. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Wonderful. God, love Naga. Thank you so much, Naga. That was great. Yeah, baby. I love how our pet names for everyone changes. Everyone's like, oh, like, thanks, hun, thanks, dear. And recently everyone's been calling each other baby, and I think that's great. Romantic platonic friendships are the shit. All right, beautiful. Our next poet up is Joshua Bowman. Joshua, where are you at? Oh, he's coming down the stairs. Sneakily, creepily. Getting to the stage. Wonderfully, deliciously. Yeah, welcome to the stage, Joshua Bowman. Another tall person. We don't have to adjust the mic. Woo! Shouts out to our gigantic folks.
Thank you all for coming. I'll share my poem. A mighty breath reels a song, complex by complex. A pro or a hydrotonic glare. A twisted stole with ducks in a row, every word a falling work. A gradient differential to calm and churn more energy from yesterday's spark. A true lark to tear yet again. Thank you.
Beautiful, wonderful. Again, those short hard hitters can just just get you so good. Okay, alrighty. The next person that we have up, another like local to Powhatan love that I see around all the time, and just like I'm always so ecstatic at their beauty and their wildness and the flame that they have inside them. I just love it so much. Can we welcome to the stage Ari Motsafari?
There you go.
Check. Hi.
Check.
This poem is called Jangala, which is the Sanskrit word for wilderness, and it is the root word for jungle. Jangala. It's a decolonial poem. Civilized but still resisting, hairs left unplucked and now they're twisting. Up my face and down my sides. They'll take me over before I can blink twice. So off I go to tend to this garden. Make it prettier for those who prefer a hairless heaven. Because as of July 25th, 2024, the word goddess typically conjures a certain image, but I wouldn't know because I refuse to participate in this civilizing show. I just let it grow. My hair reveals itself as rebellion to the colonized monoculture, which is pretty much all I know. I'm civilized, but I'm still resisting. On my face, my armpits and legs, down to the hair my dog sheds, which I leave on the floor to let everyone know that we're rebels, hardcore. I'm trying to love us more. Some people hate me for letting it all show and tell me I'm mocking the world by refusing to get in line. But this is a legacy of mine. I've lost, and now I fight to reclaim my beloved body in my precious time. Thank you.
I'm gonna have back problems before the end of the night. Pulling this microphone up. Wonderful. That was delicious, Ari. Thank you so much. Again, all these like short heart hitters. I just love it so much. Beautiful. Man. I'm like getting hot. Are you guys getting hot? It's wonderful. For those of you that know me well, you know that I have like a smell thing, and I love the smell of bodies. And so I love the smell of bodies in a room, and that reminds me that there is community. There's community in this room. It smells like community. I love that. All right, there's fetish fact number 1 for the day. Next poem up, Matthew Stratton. Matthew, get up here.
Yes!
Brought Mom some dishes, numerous large bowls, the cab completely hotboxed. Haiku.
Do it again. Come on.
Wrestling with magic bumps, coifered from the shiver of her kiss, I garple convulsively, the spleen feeling the sheen of its inverted angle while sacred spangled tenderness rose through the trove of her supple simper, exponentially effusive, just like those underground color birds get with their sticky talons who cavort through fetid plenums, clacking from their heapy nestlements just to fix off a mix of crunchy dirt and tater bugs. Screams of acceptance echo through the narrow walls of a tiny seashell. A child born innocent breathes. Its breath frequent like the ocean breeze, and with each wave that crashes, I'm reminded of how my journeys become a metaphor for what a backlash is. Melodic bypass around the sarcoma of my curvature, inebriating tonal shunts, moisture beings amassed from the vim of her atrial auricle, evaporating into felicity, cold fronts moving into warm fronts, and I'm thankful that Patella blocked the emu from my Genu because I'm swinging from a strand of sinew. I feel you, your heel glue, steady paces of the gracious graces that accrue. I'm pulling out spaces of my dew. I'm creating detritions through my classy chassis stasis, redoing the submissions from these blatant fervent harasses, the kisses concurrent to incurring a christening on a seraphic basis. But as moments wasted, I wade through shallow lakes of fractious faces. Padded with the patience, I eradicate trepidation savagely, just like those underground color birds who, with their freckled, spreckled gizzards, who clark clamorously and rabble around their cabbage cavity just to glut off those diminutive McTater bugs. So I dance with the rusty pipes that hold up my cloudy bed, with a clustering of confounded clatter campaigning to contrive why I bled. But my intention is bequeathing with adulation instead, permeating conflagration to the fringes, perching on the loyal laurels of these hackneyed hinges. The parcel poetically cringes, passionately separating the cauterized agents from the singes, bearing aromatic stigmas from my addictive binges. Stony ninjas barring the dingy tinges of those liquid lipid lineages, linear with mink contingent heritage marriages, while rat-fink pigeons drift voracious gestures from the rackous ridges that they inherited, and still I carried it, fleeting like a fulgent chariot. I'm aware of it. We arrived with the expectation that we'd be sharing it, so I'm just throwing up this kismet like a lariat, a full-blown tempestuous air riot, while very lit, pounding this message like the hairy hit. I flug a wit, pummeling the poignant pole inside the pity pit. I sit and wait for the slate to flip legit, and then I spit mad frantic with the wit, spit cracking the shell of love that I bit. But I mention that it's only about one thing, and that's intention. Thank you.
I would like to make it 100% known that Matthew came up hella fucking humble. He kind of like, you know, like sauntered in just like a little bit. I was like super quiet while I was explaining something, and I was like, oh, are you one of my poets? He's like, yeah. I'm like, do you have any questions? He said, no. And then he threw the fucking mic stand to the side, and he spit absolute fire. We love to see that. That was humble as shit. That was great. That was wonderful. You look at someone and you don't know what to expect, and I did not expect that. That was wonderful. That was great. Wow, cool. Hell yeah. All right. Last poet of round one. Thank you guys for sticking with it. This is the longest round, so wonderful. After this poet, we're going to get straight to our musical interlude by Warren Weston. I am fucking hyped for that. All right, beautiful. Last poet on the docket, Lavender. Where are you, baby? You beautiful thing. Get up here. Yeah, you.
Yo, I love how my only introduction was my name. That feels good. Lavender. Oh, yeah. Hey guys, this poem is a letter that I wrote to depression, little fucker that he is. It's called Consider This a Warning. I can feel you. You think you're being inconspicuous, but I can sense you slinking toward the edges of my subconscious, creeping closer in exaggerated slow motion. Like a cat inching vertebrae by vertebrae toward food that isn't his. If I move like this, they won't see me. Like an ex-lover on a power acquisition, dousing you in radio silence while marking interested to your shows on Facebook, then asking if you'd like to meet for tea to figure out what went wrong as soon as you realize you've moved past her. A child fighting over a neglected toy only because another one wants it. It's always when we've scrounged our way out of their grasp, isn't it, that they thirst for our capture most. Oh, I can sense you lurking, You plan to entice me into your claws. You expect me to find my way back there by accident. You think you're so fucking smart. But I have been fighting you for so long. I have been fighting you for so long. And I've let myself think it has made me weaker. But I know your tricks too well now. I have a doctorate in the art of escaping. No, the art of usurping you. I have grown stronger from every season you have dominated me. You aren't happy lately. You are starving. I've been free. At an ungodly hour this morning, I stood for 2 hours in the cold, in the queue snaking behind the mobile pet clinic, with my feline daughter under my arm, while she was confined in a cloth box, shivering and chirping in confusion, and I still went home without her spayed. I hadn't arrived in time to make the cutoff. I could hear you purr as I dragged my toes down Knickerbocker Avenue. You found your opening, a crack in the fortress. Horrible mother, you hissed. Despicable human being. You should have woken up earlier. Now she'll have to go through another cycle of being in heat, and she'll be miserable. You only care about yourself. You descended down upon me so deeply that I stapled myself to bed and allowed you to feed. But you know what I did in the afternoon? I pulled myself out and biked to yoga, and my body purged you from my skin while my spirit danced with the goddess in the ceiling. And you were nowhere to be found, because even though it's what draws you to me, nothing scares you more than light. We are similar in that way, you and I, allured and repulsed by what we fear. Yet it seems that I am no longer afraid. So please, please, keep trying to slither your way back behind the wheel. You have forgotten, my darling shadow, I am made of light. No matter how dense, how consuming, how desperate darkness gets, it only takes one glimpse of a ray to send it running. You cannot even face the tiniest sliver of your fear. I have been facing you every day for the last 30 years, and I have stood my ground. I don't need to run anymore. I have won every battle we've had. I will only expand with each attempt to snuff me out. And if this ever comes to an end, I'm not the one who will crawl away, tail between my legs, half of what I was when we started. Oh, please, my little hungry demon, give me more. Give me every droplet of your worst. Fling at me the biggest, baddest, fanciest, priciest, most glamorous, hunkiest weapons, collecting cobwebs in the back of your armory. The ones covered in dust. The ones even you have been terrified to use. Come on, baby, pull out the last stop. Nuke it, I fucking dare you.
Yeah, baby.
I was the first one here. And I will be the last to leave.
All right, I would like to address the public scrutiny that is just addressing Lavender by her name and say that every time I walked into an event and seen her singing, every open mic that I've walked into, I think the first open mic that I walked into, she was singing a song and it went something like, "Eat my pussy, you stupid motherfucking fucking cunt, fucking whatever, and it was so powerful, this like wonderful punk magic pixie. Nothing needs to be introduced but her name because she is so incredibly blunt. She's so incredibly sharp. She's so incredibly wonderful. Nothing but the name needs to be said, baby. Don't take it to heart. It's all you. It's all you. I also like that you personified depression as a man. Anyways, that was our last poet of round one. Give it a round of applause for all of our fucking poets in the first round. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely. As our judges take this next musical interlude by Warren Weston.
Hey, hold on. You guys having a good time? Y'all make some noise.
Beautiful. It's so wonderful to see all your shining faces here.
This couldn't have happened without you. Thank you for doing
Thank
it.
you so much. I'm just a baby. It's fine. Alrighty. Before we get on to the musical interlude, I just wanted to say that as we move on to the next round, any poets that are not chosen to move on to the next round, remember that this is not a personal feat. Your poetry holds so much weight. Your poetry holds so much wonder. This event is pure friendly competition meant to entice the senses. It's for other poets to come and observe other poets in their wonder and enjoy it, and whatever the judges' decisions are, I leave that up to them. But if you are a poet that doesn't move on to the next round, please feel free to stick around and support your local poets and know that your poetry is so incredibly valid and so incredibly powerful and holds so much fucking weight, because poetry is what this is all about. Humans have been writing poetry since we were fucking humans, and it's a dying art, and honestly I'm so excited to be doing my part to keep it going. And the last thing that I wanted to recognize is for those of you in the poetry community, give a shout out if you've ever heard the name Andrea Gibson. Andrea Gibson, when I found out the news that she died, when they died, I was devastated. I was really fucking sad, because when I was 15 and I heard Ode to the Public Panic Attack for the first time as someone who struggles with severe mental illness, I was taken aback, and that was my first introduction to poetry ever. And that's what got me writing, and that's why all of us are here today. And when someone in the poetry community passes away, Andrea Gibson passed away from ovarian cancer at the age of 49, recently within the last couple weeks. Surrounded by loved ones, they knew it was coming. They'd had a bunch of relapses and stuff like that, and they didn't suffer. They thrived through their diagnosis, and they passed away with so much love. But when someone in the poetry community, a prolific poet of our time, passes away like that, it is heart-shattering to the community. So I just wanted to have not even a moment of silence, but a round of applause for Andrea Gibson for running so that we can fucking walk. And I wanted to wait until the first round was over, because all of these beautiful voices that are here tonight have been set, whether you know their name or not. Andrea Gibson was a prolific poet of our time who really set the fucking stage. And now that they're gone, it's our turn. It's our time. It's our legacy. We have to keep this shit going. And we can only be so small, but we can get so big. And I am so excited to have all these poets here tonight continuing that legacy that Andrea has inspired us to continue. So thank you so much, Andrea Gibson, for all of the love and light you shared with the world while you were here through your poetry. Thank you so much. Yeah. Wonderful. I'm gonna go fix up my makeup, but everybody welcome to the stage, Warren Weston. He's about to rock the fucking house, and I am so incredibly excited. Stay tuned for round 2. Get your drinks, settle in, talk with your friends, dance to some music. We are so excited to have you here. Mahalo.
Thank you, thank you. I'm happy to play in the background and just do like some finger picking and stuff. But I'll let you guys know I do write songs, and so if you would like me to play a song, I'm happy to do it. together with a song. What do you think about that? Let's do it. It just came to me. Aloha, everybody. How you guys doing? You guys present? Hey, it takes an insane amount of courage to get up on stage and to share your art. So to those of you who have shared your poetry and your art with us, thank you. I acknowledge you. I celebrate your courage. Thank you. And to those of you who did not, there's probably someone up here right now thinking, there's no way I would ever get on stage and do that. I don't even have anything written down yet. To you, I invite you to listen. There's beauty all around us, yeah? And the way you see it is special and unique. And an interesting thing in any artist's life is why say anything at all. Said her name and I said mine. She told me it would be alright. She told me it would be alright. Now I don't know how long I'll get to stay. But I stay with her for the rest of my together again. Put me back together again. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. You're very welcome. My pleasure. We're just gonna hang out until Angel comes back, right? All right, you ready to party?
If I could have everyone's attention, everyone inside, everyone outside, all of my poets, all of my judges, please find your way back to your seats. Right now. Poets, judges. There they come. Here they come to save the day. Wonderful. Again, I would like to stress the importance of the night, which is simply sharing your heart. And know that anyone who did not make it into this next round, your poetry is incredibly valuable. And our judging doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your poetry or the way that you presented it. You are here simply to share your heart and to embrace teamwork and community through supporting other poets as well. So, as I call these next names for round 2, keep that in mind, please. Alrighty, it looks like I have all my judges. Do I have all my poets? Where are all my poets? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that is a yes. Let's see here. The poets that are going on to the second round are Liam S. Yeah. Amanda. Maddie. Yeah, baby. Waffles. Suava. Yeah. Hell yeah. Sage. Miss Hat Lady. Steady. Ari. Hell yeah. Matthew. And last but not least, Lavender. All right, please give it up for our second round winners. Those are our next 10. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you so much. I hope you got your chance to grab your drinks. Don't feel afraid to grab your drinks quietly as this goes on as well. We want to support our bar and our bartenders and Cuckoo House Studios for hosting us here. Please give a big round of applause for Warren Weston for hosting that wonderful musical melody interlude. Thank you guys so much. Alrighty, first and foremost, we are going to have our one and only, our first, Liam. Get up here, baby. Come strut your stuff here. And this thing is pretty low, so I don't know. That's a man's job. Fix it.
I didn't smell. You put it there, but I didn't breathe. I didn't inhale.
How's everybody feeling tonight? It's absolutely amazing to be on a stage with so many talented poets tonight. I see there is no time penalty, so I will do something I would not normally do, which is do a quick pitch. If you make it over to Oahu, come check out the Honolulu Poetry Slam. I host it every last Thursday. Would love to have all the poets who we've seen tonight, amazingly talented folks, come out to the slam. We just finished the season, so we do a 10-month season, finish with a Grand Slam finals. We'll be starting up again in August. Yeah, going into season 4, which is crazy. And my super good friend, the poetess and Tice, used to run a monthly erotic slam called Oralgasm, and this poem results from a challenge related to that.
Yeah, I do. Alrighty.
It's hard as a man to write a really sexy poem without like kind of sounding like an asshole. You know, millennia of patriarchy's a lot of baggage to bring to a seduction, and I refuse to use poetic imagery or artifice to disguise my true meaning because tulips are beautiful. And I have the utmost respect for the essential role the honeybee plays in sustainable agriculture, but when your pussy softens, swells, and puckers as though in anticipation of a trembling kiss, when your lips are washed by successive waves of sunset colors from bubblegum pink to ruddy reds to purple redolent of gemstones and pagan magic, you're more beautiful than any flower I've ever seen, sweeter than any honey that ever touched these lips. But I know the male gaze intrudes, objectifies, incises, slicing female form into fantastical fragments to be homogenized, commodified, prepackaged, and sold back to us, tied in a bow of misogyny. So, if I tell you you have beautiful breasts, and I love the way your nipples rise to my touch, I also know that behind those breasts are muscles rippling with strength and power, lungs giving voice to important opinions and ideas, and a heart beating with courage, passion, and conviction. And if I sometimes offer foot rubs that tend to digress into kisses along the arches and my tongue twirling around your toes, it is only, well, mostly, because I know how hard those feet have worked to bring you here today and how many proud, courageous steps lie ahead, and I just thought they could use a little TLC. Look, it really comes down to one thing. Consent is sexy. And I don't mean grudging consent or obligated consent. I mean, boy, you better come fuck me right now before I do it myself. Consent. Consent that's never assumed because of a relationship or even a marriage, because real consent takes lots of questions. May I hold your hand? Yeah. Would you like to come over? Can I kiss you? May I touch you there? Should I go get a condom because I would love to be inside you right now? If that's what you want. See, the more questions I ask, the more chances you have to say yes. 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 Or no. Whatever, that's the whole fucking point. Consent lets us swing from naked limbs like playground jungle gyms where the only rule is have fun and the only limit is our imagination. With consent, we co-write, co-direct, and co-star in fantasies so sexy and intimate. You would delete all your cookies, erase your browser history, and put your freaking hard drive in the microwave before you let your mama see what we just did. Consent leaves us collapsed on sheets already soaked with sweat, grabbing our chest like we're having a heart attack. And when our eyes meet, we collapse into uncontrollable giggles, because if the old story's true and we got kicked out of the garden for sexual curiosity and appetite, I do believe the devil let us in the back door for an apple pie eating contest. Look, it's hard. as a man to write good erotic poetry, but I'm not complaining. Because just like making love to a goddess, it's worth every second.
Warm up here, it's warm.
Give a fucking round of applause for consent in the fucking audience. We love that shit. Sex education in America is absolutely heinous, and I think consent courses should be taken in every single middle and high school across the fucking United States of America. So it is great to hear some poetry be spoken about that. Beautiful. Our next poet up, so grateful they made it to the second round, Amanda.
This wasn't supposed to be a political rant, but it's hard to write about the chirping birds outside my window when all I can remember about my best friend from the 3rd grade is that he crossed the Mekong River into Laos, holding tight his mother's hand as he waded into the water, the Vietnamese advancing, Khmer Rouge at his back. Let me tell you how powerful an idea can be. It's horrible, sure, that this is my example, but Pol Pot was a man committed to his idea. Schooled in Paris long enough to hate the French, distrust the urban worker, middle class enough to misunderstand the lessons of the Great Leap Forward, and so to see the answer in the fields, the vision of a true agricultural revolution, rapid deurbanization, forced collectivization, widespread starvation. The weak and rebellious, killed with sharpened bamboo to save bullets, school teachers bludgeoned to death in the streets. It would be years before the world knew of S-21 and those killing fields, a quarter of the population dead. But my friend's tiny mother didn't wait. She hoisted his younger sister high up on her pack as the water passed her waist. I'm sure she told him to be brave, that they would be there soon on the other side of the river, that he should look at the moonlight shining through the clouds along the tree line, must remember to stay silent, only think his words. What did she tell him later, I wonder, about the madman that seized their country? What would she tell him now about the madman that seized ours? See, this wasn't supposed to be a political rant, but the birds gave way to coqui frogs, and the night is black as space. And I fill the time while I make dinner, scrolling Instagram, clip after clip of rising state violence, of people pushing back, gloves coming off, teeth going bare. Tonight, I cannot see the tree line, but the words are sharp as shattered glass. We need an idea. A slogan, a saying, a cry. To print on leaflets in an underground press, tag on buildings, sing at shows, to pass hand to hand on contraband cassettes. We need an idea to tug at our hope, to captivate the world and save us.
Shit, this second round was getting more heated than I thought. Y'all are out for blood and guts and grit and all of the beautiful things. All right, our next poet up Miss Maddie, please come to the stage. And she saunters down the stairs.
Thanks for your patience. This one's called Only Mine. The names you scream, I do not own. I am not yours to define. I am not a craft you can hone. Do not critique me like a sip of wine. The fists and arrows you threw my way no longer pierce my thickened skin. Vows did not commit me to obey. Love is not a game to lose or win. The scripts you drafted in my mind of serving roles I was meant to play unravel as our stories unbind, and the roped bracelet begins to fray. Never again will I bleed with you, and never again will you make me bleed. The scars you left I now claim as tattoos, a tribute to past selves now freed. The door to you is now welded closed, your voice no more than a faint whine. I'm grateful to you for the truth exposed. I have been and always am, only mine. Thank you.
Alrighty. Give it up for Maddie. That was delicious. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Another note, I am still seeing people filter in. If you haven't made your $5 contribution to Tidal Tongues Poetry, please do. There is a jar on this table right here on the bottom floor in the middle of these two couches. If you haven't made your $5 donation, please do so. You can Venmo me. You can drop a 5 in that jar. Thank you so much. It helps keep this whole shindig going. So really, really, really appreciate you guys for doing that. Alrighty, continuing on, our next poet up is Waffle. Yeah, Waffle, get up here.
The days are long, like the cosmos they spin into nothingness, while hoping for them to turn into palaces with a king and a queen to rule and walk the chambers. The candor of the royalties inspire truth and empower its inhabitants, yet they refuse to accept and believe in the powers that be. Long and fishy, these damn roads are rocky. The gravel and its swivel inhibits the roads to turn into concrete potentials. All the while the ponds glimmer and reflect of what could been, yet the mind is stuck on what could have been. Let the kingdom run, let its inhabitants rule, may the cosmos collide. But goddamn, these days are damn fucking long.
God, those short hard hitters, one more fucking time. Thank you, Waffles. All right, our next poet up is Suava. Get up here, baby. Get up here.
This is called That Slippery Fish Called Truth. Yesterday I held her, that slippery fish called truth. I held her for just a little bit longer, but long enough to memorize her exact shape with my hands. Long enough to commit the texture of her shimmering scales to the memory of my heart. Long enough to feel how perfectly she sits in the empty space inside me, that place I keep empty for her. I had only a sliver of a window, the tiniest portal, to stay with her, to not frighten her, to expand that sliver into infinity. Presence, presence, presence. Listen, listen, listen to the wisdom beyond time, beyond space, that knowledge that is so fleeting, that knowledge that can't be contained. The trick to hold her, but not squeeze her, to be with her, but allow her to be anything, to feel, to learn, but not try to capture with the mind like a steel trap, to not build her a prison of words, to know, but not think I've completely understood she who is the ultimate mystery. To see her, to feel her, to be with her in all her glory, but to never limit her, to just open, 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 continuously open. So I must be careful. This slippery fish is so sensitive to the slightest muscle twitch, hinting at contraction, hinting at capture. She'll be gone in an instant. But now I have memorized her curves, looked into her eyes, those infinite pools, and known what it is to be dazzled by her love. My body remembers what it means to merge with the essence that is her. And though I cannot tell you any details, cannot tell you how to meet her, cannot draw you a portrait or a map to where she waits for you, I know what is not her. I am not fooled by poor imitations, and my body, my heart, my soul has memorized its way back to her, even if I can only visit for a second. And maybe, just maybe, if we sit here together, so still, so patient, so surrendered, with no expectations that she'll return, maybe, just maybe, we'll have that moment where something opens and suddenly see that she, with her ever shifting, always subtly shifting, iridescent being, has always been here, swimming in that vast ocean within.
Magnificent interpretations of the feminine. Absolutely love, 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 love. I gotta say, I'm gonna be honest here. Poetry is about honesty. Bub has been pouring strong. Bub has been pouring strong. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie about that. I'm having a great time. I hope y'all are too. Are you guys having a great time? Great. Wonderful. I thought so. Our next poet to the stage is going to be Sage. Yeah, welcome up, baby.
So we are over here from Oahu and celebrating, me and my sweetie are celebrating our 5th anniversary. So this one is for him. So I don't know if I believe in love at first sight. I mean, I guess there was that night. A crowded room, I caught your attention. You made clear your intention, and I said, okay, he's cute. But in that moment, who could know? Who could fathom just what would grow? See, for me, love is like a garden. And that night, we just planted the seed. But not every seed planted is determined to thrive. It must have water and sunlight if it's going to stay alive. And most importantly, the soil must be rich and ready and ripe. It could have ended that night, but then you came pouring in friendship, finally filling fragmented fissures, forgotten fears left by former lovers. You watered my trust. You quenched my thirst to be truly seen. You drenched my desire to be cared for. And I felt my tender roots dig into the earth, and my leaves start yearning for the sun. And like Helios, you came riding across the sky, shining in silly sonnets, expressions of love so open and honest, blazing with the brilliance of how you father your children, create connection, and uplift your friends, illuminating my desire to say yes. Yes, gracious gardener, come work my soil, caress my curves, till my tender places, hiding spaces, knots, dirt clots, till all is smooth. And you did, and I did, and when we did, this garden bloomed, bountiful blossoms bursting forth, explosive power, incredible force, new seeds dropping, new flowers popping, and I just keep saying yes. Yes, yes, let's do this. Yes, let's build this life. Yes, I'll be your wife. And 5 years later, this garden thrives, watered by your ability to grow and change with me, lightened by laughter and listening, and nourished by your insatiable need to know my body. So, I don't know if I believe in love at first sight. I mean, who could know all that would grow? Well, I had an idea. You, the gardener, tell me.
For those of you who haven't put two and two together yet, Stage's lovely partner is Liam, the one who just did the wonderful poem on consent. And not to say that those two poems fit together like a puzzle piece, but, you know, I mean, what are you gonna do about that? So, the only thing I kept thinking about was Bridgerton, where the Lady Bridgerton was like, my garden is in blue. And she couldn't quite explain it to Lady Danbury. Again, those drinks are strong, pardon me. Our next poet to the stage. Yeah. Wonderful. I'm Dee Dee, so I'm gonna stop. Let's see here. Our next poet to the stage is Seti. Where are you, baby? Get up here. Get up here. Spit some more fire.
Yo, what it do? Shout out to all the talent in the place to be. grateful I made it to round 2. All right, so we're gonna drop it in Old John, and maybe I'll make it to round 3. This was actually, thank you, Amanda, because Amanda was just talking about Laos, and I've been there. Beautiful country, beautiful, beautiful country. I spent some time on the Mekong River, and yeah, it was a crazy story. We'll get into that later. More or less, yeah, just check out the story. Something about after the amount of times that I've seen death, the fact that I'm losing a bit of hair should be more like no sweat. How'd I do too much, but I didn't do enough yet? Fuck it, I'm gonna buy another bag before I board another jet. Nah, I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm upset. Though I'm sober and loud now, I'm thinking Vietnam next. And it's not even dark. Matter of fact, let's make a bet that tonight they're popping bottles before the sun sets. So let me pay attention and then let me pay respect for those that are on the planet and those that are already left. Because sometimes it takes a minute, but really it only takes a sec to cherish every moment and truly value every breath. You see, I don't know what's coming, but I can feel what's next. They say hindsight is 20/20, or so it seems in retrospect. I'm about to board another plane. I don't know where I'm going yet, though the TSA is looking at me sort of suspect. And I ain't contraband, I'm kind of man, better yet. Part myth, part legend, something mortals couldn't get. So I offer my service in an attempt to clear my debt, hoping Earth's surface survives Trump, Putin, and Pence. Now, I could keep going, but I should stop and rest. Wow, how that was long as fuck, and we're not even having sex.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some fucking shit? I don't know y'all's political status, but I'm scared, so I'm assuming y'all are. And that shit hit. So, without further ado, our next poet on the stage is Ari. Ari, where are you, babe? Come get your second poem. Come hit this. Thank you to our fabulous judges who are doing such a good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's funny because the poem I was going to read is about gardens too. Although I'm not married, so my gardens are a lot smaller. I'm the latest temptation. Don't doubt he'll leave me for another creation. Another shiny treasure in some other nicer weather. In this world of mass distraction, bonds are weakened when it comes to attraction. Be it to people, places, or things, non-attachment gives you wings. So if you're a seeker of holy treasure, union with another forever and ever, I recommend blinding each other's eyes to focus instead on what's right here inside. That's a metaphor, of course, humor in disguise. I don't have the answers, I just ride the tides. Appreciating the love that's around me now seems wise. No head scratches in the morning, but also no mind games. No money in the tit basket, but lots of rain. Fertilizing the soil and cleansing us of pain. Abundance pours in new forms of love. And you are all gifts from the universe, receiving me with the present of your presence. And I offer these words to you with the hope of making our night pleasant. Yes, this is our creation. And though this may last just a few hours, with every poem read here tonight, we're planting the seeds for future flowers. Thank you.
The garden themes in this second round are hitting. We love that. If what can we relate ourselves to but nature and the things that we make of ourselves? Beautiful. All right, we have 2 more poets left in the second round. It goes quick, the second round. All right, next poet is going to be Matthew. Please welcome Matthew to the stage.
I used to be Sleeping Beauty before I was woken to go fight. Broken thoughts of a spinning spindle as I attempt to kindle what I know is right. See, I was a bell and you were a beastly hammer swinging in high towers just to show might. That was before I had an aerial view of the barren flats you'd call a grow site. I was a jasmine jeweled tiara sitting on a dusty shelf in the low light. I used to sow no height, beaming from atop a royal residence to glow bright. Yeah, I used to bow tight, flow with the fire, the fruit I didn't know not to bite. See, I used to be Cinderella about a half hour past midnight. But now as I'm looking into a reflection of what's fair, I'm realizing that I'm a much greater deal more like Mother Loving Snow White. And the reason why is because a little spittle of a slight. Now you can't see them because they're invisible, but I've got 7 sweaty dwarves hanging from my fleshy cage causing me some serious fright. Now some things just aren't all right, like trying to go through life constantly battling sleepy. You know, constantly battling these 7 stocky midgets while drowsy and knee deep, digging in with their axes because their fatty fingers are starting to give way. And here I got Doc telling me that it's contusions that I'm feeling because of what I ate the other day. Okay, yeah, I bit the apple. And nobody forced my fangs into the situation, but I'm trying to get the fuck station to a point of fluctuation. You know, zero contemplation seems to be the only expectation, and I'm churlishly casting condemnations because of Creelers on my patience. And here I got Grumpy trying to control the conversations, talking about how dingy dwarves will never take vacations. And all this has got me feeling uneasy. I got a boot in my lung that's making me wheezy. Doc's still chalking it up to food that's too greasy, and that's why I'm queasy, talking his easy peasy lemon squeezy shit while aimlessly administering to Sneezy, who was provoked by the breezy. And here I am feeling lobotomized like Keezy, mutilating the airfoil as the chitnists try to please me with their hi-ho, blah, 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 cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. Screw that. You know, Sleepy knows what rubs me, but he snubs me. And Happy tries, but only numbs me. And Dopey, Dopey on the other hand, Dopey runs me. Yeah. Dopey runs me, man. The maniacal midget demon got me wasted from his water pipes and 3-man strenuously stranded on a soiled stove while steaming. And here I got the other guy acting like he's He-Man, talking about, like, you got, like, Cringer trying to control the conversations. And I'm hiding beneath the trench coat of his quirky quiver, and he tries to shiver, and I tell him to chill, and it's like, if I don't do something seriously, I'm gonna be taken over by this throng of villains. I mean, and I really wanted to be Sleeping Beauty tonight. But I'm Mother Loving Snow White.
Once again, humble Matthew throwing the fucking mic stand out of the way so he can do his goddamn work. You better work, bitch. Yeah, that shit was fire. All right, last poet that we have on the docket here is Lavender. Again, no explanation needed. Get up here, baby.
I love you, Waffles. Oh my god, are you guys gonna
Damn, this microphone always calls me out on how short I am. I'm not that short. It's okay. Thanks. All right. This poem, so if you can't tell from the first round, I write poems like they're theses. So if this poem doesn't make sense, just wait till the end. That's all. This is called Safety is a Trap and an Illusion. And I wrote it when I lived in New York. There's a sacred spot in Highland Park, over by the swampy Ridgewood Reservoir, an untouched, isolated smattering of trees with just enough foliage and forest to block out any signs of the city. You have to hop a black spiked fence to get there, and there's never another soul around. I've lost myself there time and time again, perched amongst the quiet pines and ferns, exploring the trail of my thoughts all the way to the end, to the forks where they turn into rivers and pour into waterfalls and stream deep, deep down into my second brain's sea. A few weeks ago, a dead body was discovered in that same fenced-off forest, in the exact spot where I've sat pondering the beauty of being alive. The corner of Marcy and Rodney has seen me fly by on my bike countless times. On my way to work, with the wind whipping back my hair, drumming on my face, adrenaline vibrating up the ladder of my spine, freedom scratching at the hair on my arms, a faraway smile molded to my lips. The other day, at that same corner, a friend of a friend died on her bike. She was pummeled by a freight truck that was turning onto the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway without looking, without stopping, as her body and bike hit the ground. And years ago, on a spontaneous whim, I packed up my potential stunted life in San Francisco, quit my shitty job, and moved to Paris. I read poetry in the torch-lit basements of bars. I wrote on the steps of Sacré-Cœur. I played shows in proudly independent bookstores. I drank wine at the foot of Notre Dame, and once I was drunk, I peed in the Seine. I hopped on trains to Berlin, on planes to Amsterdam, on day trips to castles in the French countryside. I meditated on the dusty hills of a peaceful Croatian island and swam in the clear turquoise waters of the Adriatic Sea. I toured musically through the mountainous, ocean-kissed, sun-splashed towns of Italy. I crashed on the couches of performance artists and fell in love with poets. I did stand-up comedy for the first time. I took LSD on a balcony overlooking the Montmartre police station and watched the law mind its strange business below. I slept with a woman for the first time. I hosted Sunday night dinners with a bohemian tribe of creatives who broke a piece of something in my flat every time, but always left me with much, much more. I broke the boundaries I'd been brainwashed all my life in which to contain my art. I discovered what it truly meant to be free, to feel love, to not only taste joy, but to swallow, to let it live in your chest, to hold it like a warm band of molasses wrapped around your heart. I learned how to say yes and how to say no and how to disregard the voice of fear and stride on ahead in spite of its juiciest attempts to thwart you. For the first time in the almost quarter of a century I'd been alive, I learned how to live. The week before I moved, the streets of Paris were littered with blood and lifeless flesh from the November 2015 terror attacks. People had urged me not to go. Stay here where you're safe, they said. Stay at home where nothing that bad could ever happen. And that chorus of fear never ceases to bombard me throughout the years. Don't do drugs, you'll fry your brain, the trembling masses say. Don't have sex, you'll get STDs. Don't write too much, you'll get carpal tunnel. Don't dance in the rain, you'll catch a cold. Don't ink your skin, you'll get cancer. Don't leave your home country, the rest of the world is dangerous. Don't leave home. Stay at home where your life is protected. But last week, in my safe Brooklyn neighborhood, I came home to a fire truck parked in front of the building next to mine. And a few days ago, a housemate left the toaster on all night. And this morning at 4 a.m., our smoke detector screamed out a distress call, and we could have died from carbon monoxide sneaking in from the neighbor's apartment. And one night, scared and depressed and safe in my room, I read an article about a car that swerved off the street, crashed into someone's kitchen, and killed them while they were eating breakfast. My grandmother never left her apartment or her stable, abusive relationship. My dad never left his computer, and they both died from cancer. Death is always around the corner, waiting on still haunches, whether you're hiding from him in your bedroom or you're outside chasing life. We can either spend the time we have before we greet him terrified, in fetal position, bearing ourselves from experiencing, or we could spend it seizing our birthright and being happy. Which one will you choose? What kind of person do you want to be? Thank you.
All right, that was our second round. Thank you so much. Woo! Give a huge shout out to our second round poets. All of our judges who have been listening intently, taking their scores, doing their thing. All right, we're going to have Warren Weston up. He's going to rock our fucking socks off with this next song, so you better be ready for it. And then we are going to dive straight into this third round. We're going to have five poets left. And then we're going to go ahead and dish out our awards, our prizes from our wonderful sponsors here tonight. So thank you so much. Thank you all for coming. I'm super excited for this next round. Please feel free to stick around, get your drinks, bust a move, do what you need to do. Thank you so much. Warren Weston, everybody. Yeah. Warren Weston. Hell yeah.
I was feeling a more ambient vibe on the last one, but I'll sing a rock song. Sing turn on. Hey, this is a song, it's my tribute to my favorite poet. I bet you can't guess who it is. self-shame you never send in mine. Thank you guys. Y'all are really beautiful. Thanks for coming out tonight to support this. I'm really excited to be a part of it. I have mad respect for Angel. It's very uncommon to find someone who is unique. It is uncommon to find someone who is willing to go against societal norms. It is uncommon. And when I see it in my friends, I celebrate it. The courage to be different. The courage to be yourself. Even if that is in contrast to the surrounding society. I really respect your willingness to be yourself in your own magical way. Thank you, Angel.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Give it up for Warren fucking Weston. Wonderful, our wonderful musician for the night. I wish we had more time with him, but unfortunately we do have to get on to the third round. We are on a time cut. We are running late. Thank you for your patience with me. Again, this is my first time hosting something like this, so I'm just feeling out the playing field and seeing what works best. But luckily, our judges are hard at work, and they have the answers for me right here, right now, of who is moving on to the fifth round. And I'm going to announce that for you right now. So if I could have all of my judges, all of my poets, all of my guests back onto their seats, that would be wonderful. Go ahead and convene here. All right. Do we have some ears in the house? Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Here's what we've got left for the last 5. After this last 5, we are going to be picking our top 3 artists for the night, our top 3 poets. Again, this is not personal. If you didn't make it into this round, that's wonderful. You are here to experience what it is to be a poet. You're here to experience other poets, other local poets that you can connect with, and it's encouraging, right? Encouraging. I feel like I said that like a Middle Western mom. It's fine. It's totally fine. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I fucking hate when old people say orange and schedule. Okay, don't look at me. Again, but pour is heavy. So here's what we have for our last 5 artists of the night. Here's what we got. Okay. We have, let's see here, I know we had 2 Liam. Okay, we have Liam S., correct? Okay, we have Waffles. Yeah, we have Sage. We have Seti. And we have Matthew. And from these poets, we are going to pick our top 3 of the night and go ahead and delegate our prizes. So feel free to sit down, grab a seat, grab a drink, grab a vibe, grab a friend, do whatever you need to do, grab whatever you need to grab with consent, as we've learned tonight. And settle in for this 3rd round, all right? This is going to be it for the night before we go ahead and move on. So first, may I welcome to the stage Liam.
Yo, and first and foremost, let's hear it for Angel, holding it down tonight. Bringing together a community around words and ideas and how we feel in such a beautiful space here. Thank you, Bob. Community-based art is fucking amazing. Thank you. And I should have given my socials before. If you want to check out Honolulu Poetry Slam on Oahu, it is just that, Honolulu Poetry Slam, Instagram or Facebook. Every last Thursday. I've been thinking about the rhythm. The rhythm that beats hearts and pumps lungs like Hephaestion bellows. The rhythm that hooks a poem and pulls it through a poet's lips like a shimmering fish breaching the surface of the sea. I've been thinking about stars, newborn at 100 million years, and fruit flies living lives from sun to sun. I've been thinking about mosquito wings that have to beat in perfect synchronicity when they come together for a moment out of their hectic separate lives so they can fuck. The way our mood, passion, and emotion have to beat in sync for a moment out of our hectic separate lives so that we can make love. I've really been thinking about the syncopated sounds of damp clapping and drowning gasps that accompany our primal ceremonies in the sacred temple of getting down. Bodies glide in unison, smooth as eternity, till it feels like I will never, ever, and you will never stop. But then I do, and you do, and when we did, like celestial bodies collide to spin off satellites, DNA coils unspool, then interlace to write the scores for never before heard, absolutely perfect, unique new rhythms, my brilliant, beautiful children, and I became biologically obsolete. Yesterday's genetic headline. See, I've been thinking about the rhythm and measure of my own life, that I used to fraction like a 4th grade math problem, 1/6 of a life, 1/4 of a life, 1/2 of a life lived. See, between the beats, there's no imagining the end, but I know I'll reach my 3-minute time limit sooner or later, so I've been thinking about how to end this poem without resorting to empty homilies, because I refuse to believe in anybody else's God or heaven, just because I'm afraid not to. But I still want this to matter. I still want to matter. I want to spit rhymes so profound they emanate rhythmic ripples like aftershocks circling the globe in ever-expanding concentric circles, shaking parliaments and capitals, crumbling security walls and border fences, and agitating the minds of those who hear them so they'll never again sit still in the face of injustice or remain silent when others are suffering. But maybe I won't, because maybe I can't. But I can make noise, and if you're listening, I've been heard. And that's what it's all about anyway, isn't it? Adding one voice to the cosmic cacophony. I'm not saying poetry's a solution to oblivion, but it will have to stand as my answer. Because whether these words continue to haunt you like the memory of a familiar melody you can't quite recall, or just dissipate like the last echo of a shout across an ineffably vast canyon, I will keep listening to, learning from, moving with, adding to, showing reverence for, giving thanks to, and thinking about the rhythm.
Wonderful, beautiful. Thank you. Give it up for Liam. Yeah, delicious. Awesome. Okay. As this person has been progressing through the rounds, they've given me this face. I don't know if everyone can see that, but it is a face of surprise and shock, which is wonderful. I am so happy to welcome to the stage Waffles. If she is not still going, she might be. Oh, she's right here. She's right here. She wipes quick. All right, let's see here. Waffles, get up to the stage, baby.
Tulip palaces, to cherish palaces and their silent occupants. To find beauty in decay while lost in time, cracked stones bearing the whispers of the past. The halls echoing with footsteps of those who fought and loved. Oh, to cherish palaces and their silent silent occupants? What secrets would they share with the queen now that her king is gone? To love palaces, to cherish palaces, to cherish palaces and their silent occupants. If only.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Waffles. The next person that we have welcome to the stage is someone who rhymes with stage. Sage! Welcome to the stage, babe.
Some people say they don't know how to pray. See, all I can say, climb a mountain every day. This is where inspiration comes from. See, I remember when I remembered how to pray, I was running up to the woods at the end of every day. I'm climbing to the top of the tallest thing I can see. Oh yeah, lifting up my voice, nothing between heaven and me. Now I'm here with this lizard way up in the tree. I see him and he sees me. He's puffing out the petals of his rosy chest. Oh yes, we're vibing together. Nature's giving me a little bliss kiss. This is where inspiration comes from. But I hear some people say that they still don't know how to pray. All I can say, paint a picture every day. Move your body in any way. See what the ocean has to say. Just find some time and play. This is where inspiration comes from. This is where inspiration. This is where inspiration. This is where inspiration comes from.
Thank you so much, stage. That was absolutely wonderful. Alrighty, I've been holding my shishi all night, so sorry I was late to the stage. All good. Okay, next poet to the stage is Seti. Get back on up here. On up here. Get on up here, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I learn how to use the microphone one of these days. It'd be nice to do some recording too. And we'll do this more. Yes, we are live. Shout outs to the people that are on the other side of the screen. Get off of the screen and join the team. Kugawell Studios, we out here. Poetry night. Thank you everybody for your patience and participation. I'm so grateful that I made it this far. I look forward to doing this again. Thank you for letting me know that we lost Andrea Gibson. That is so devastating, yo. I super fuck with like them. So you have no idea how much I fuck with them. Oh my God, Andrea is the bomb. You better be lightning, and you know some of us at least got that thunder, right? Some of us at least got that thunder. So shout out to the people that got that thunder. Mona Lisa.
Where's she at?
Mona Lisa looks like Victoria's Secret. We keep it sacred. What's a secret when we get naked? What lies beneath this, in some cases, is unhealed trauma from past relations. Whether it's synesthesias, smooth sensations, or Casablanca's complications. From Casanovas to constellations and horoscopes to fornications. Trips to foreign destinations, clearing customs and immigrations. Catch flights, not feelings, expectations, and the book, yo, Revelations. Sitting in my meditations, swimming in my medication, dripping while I'm levitating, on my way, no hesitation. Mona Lisa. Thank you.
I think it was one of our judges that said, "Where's she at though? Mona Lisa, where's she at though?" She's protected from the vegans or whatever that are trying to destroy her in France. She's protected. She's fine. She's doing all right these days, from what I hear. She got a big ass forehead though. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Which can be sexy. Okay, and is sexy. If you got a big ass forehead, holler. All right.
Oh, damn.
Goddamn. All right, beautiful. Our last poet of the third round. Please welcome to the stage, Matthew.
It was an orange peel accident, and my head was tapped. I was out to lunch, and my consciousness had been kidnapped. I mean, they came in the night like some kind of midnight crop kiefer and left this little note that I guess in my discombobulated mess I was supposed to decipher. It read, "If you want your mind back, put a spoke in the lock. Don't step on the crack, 'cause this pot's not a crock. Meet me in the back booth of the leaky faucet and bring that rusty rake or I'll take your crusty cake and squash it." I mean, this guy wasn't messing around. I tried to analyze the words, but it was just way too profound. I was confused. It was like watching the Twilight Zone with no sound. So I drive to the leaky faucet. It's about 10 o'clock at night. I get to the front desk, of course, no one in sight, so I ring the bell they have there. And this guy comes out giving me this really like cold, cantankerous stare, and he's ranting and raving in my face with this like 60-year-old med's breath, and I'm like, "Whoa, buddy, I don't know who's shitting your Wheaties this morning. I just want to know if you have any beds left. Like, I've had a hard day. Someone stole my mind, and I've come to get it back. Now, is there anything you can do to cut a helpless man some slack?" Well, something I said must have changed the dude's mood because he hooked me up with a non-smoking on the 3rd floor. So I'm in my bed, and all I can hear is the guy next door snore. I mean, it was like this deep, metaphorical, like gutter growls and Harley-like flatulence, and I'm trying to get comfortable between all the mattress dents. And then this guy on the other side of me starts freaking out. He starts going into these deep metaphorical meanderings. I mean, something about like, "I'd rather be out there than in there. I'd rather be out here than been there." And their coldly glare begins to curdle my boldly stare and aesthetically assimilate with the thoughts that got them there. Are they connected? Have they reached the introspective? Seen the mirrors I've collected? 'Cause I'm not here, I'm reflective. I'm out here with this key and I can't seem to find the lock, and something and so forth and whatever, and on and he went. But at this moment I realized this was the guy who violated me, and I was gonna go close his vent. So I grabbed the Gideon from the nightstand and throw a little towel over it to kind of give the impression of a gun. I mean, I was gonna get back what was mine with force. I mean, this dude was done. So I go to his door and I kick it a couple times with my boot, and he opens the door real slow, and I just barge in and I say, "Turn around, mother sucker, or I'll shoot! I got Bible bullets pointed at your head. If you move, you're dead. I will blow you to pieces." And he drops down to his knees crying something about how he never knew Jesus. And I'm like, I look around the room and I see this handbag that must have had me inside, right? So I grab it. The guy he cried. And I felt sorry for the guy, so I handed him like my used hanky, and he blew his nose and he got up and wiped his eyes and he thanked me. He thanked me. And I'm like, what? Okay. So I look around the room and I see this handbag that must have had me inside. I grab it, and I left the poor soul there to contemplate all his casualty realities. But unfortunately for me, though, I left with a whole handbag of different personalities.
All right, everybody, so just a reminder, that was our last round for the night. So give a round of applause to all of our poets who performed here tonight. That was absolutely fucking spectacular. Round 1, round 2, round 3. That shit was crazy. Thank you all so much for showing up, showing out, and literally putting your heart on the line. I mean, seriously, to share your art is so incredibly vulnerable. And it's different when you're an artist who makes something that you post online and you try to sell it and all that other stuff. It's like, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. But to stand on a stage and declare what makes your heartstrings strum the most wonderful rhythm the world's ever fucking heard is so incredibly amazing. And every single one of you, whether you made it to the next round or not, I just want to express my fucking profound love for how you showed up today. Seriously, I mean, it was this is all I literally ever could have asked for. I am overjoyed. I am over the moon. I can't believe how this night turned out. Thank you all so much who showed up. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. That being said, I'm going to give our judges a few minutes to deliberate. With that being said, I actually have a couple poets who are going to come up, one including myself. It's funny, I've been putting these poetry events on for the last few months. This is my first Grand Slam. How do you think it went? Thank you so much. I am open to feedback, so if you do have any feedback, please feel free to message me. I am so incredibly open to it. I want to cultivate something that is an energetically magnificent experience for everybody as it pertains to this town. And so I am so incredibly open to feedback. Again, Tidal Tongues Poetry on Instagram. That's all you need to know. Please feel free to let me know your thoughts. I hope you had a wonderful time tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and read one of my poems because, again, I'm a poet, and during these events, I seldom have a time to read my own poetry. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is the most recent poem that I've written. While our judges deliberate, feel free. Let's see here. I don't have a foot fetish, but I will suck your toes. Which is not to say that you aren't gross. You're fucking disgusting. Just as putrid as it is to say that the butterflies in my belly are ravenous for the worst of you. Your shit stinks and I fucking love it. Your tobacco spit, the most refreshing beverage to kiss my esophagus. Your sweat, the best seasoning on the spice rack of my life. Give me your rot as jelly, and give me your toe jam as well. jam, cram it into any nooks and crannies and pores you can possibly find, pus as polish, nothing to abolish. Bequeath your breath into the balloon of my lungs and sprinkle salty tears into my open sores. Wedge your grief in between two slices of sourdough, knee scabs for lunch. I want to eat your indiscretions for lunch. What I'm trying to say is, I love you a bunch. Please give me your gross. I beg of you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, my poem is not being scored by any means necessary, but I just wanted to give some buffer time for our poets to make a final decision because we are at the time cutoff for music, which is saddening because Warren Weston is fucking phenomenal. I wish I could have him playing for hours and hours and hours. He is absolutely ecstatic. I'm so excited that he signed up for this and that he was willing to come in and share his love and spread his joy. He is one of the most amazing musical artists down in Powhatan, and it just goes to show that, like, in the midst of capitalism, when people have the time and energy, they will always choose art. Always! They will always choose art. They will always choose music. They will always choose poetry. They will always choose things that pertain to the human soul and what it means to be alive in a flesh sack. That's what we're here for, right? And we are so incredibly blessed to have community. We're so incredibly blessed to have art and poetry and music and a platform to do so. And it's unfortunate, but the rest of America and even people here in Hawaii are struggling with that because community is all we have. Art is all we have. It's all we're here for. It's all we're here for. Poetry is all we're here for. Music is all we're here for. Life requires nothing else of us. But that seems so incredibly difficult nowadays. And so I thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying this. Thank you for sharing your art. Thank you for sharing your work. Thank you so much. And with that being said, it's really important to me too that we pass these art forms on to the next generation. I worry for the kids behind us who are coming into this world. It's a reason why a lot of us are choosing not to have children right now, but the children that are here, the kids who are growing up, the teenagers, are so incredibly important because they are going to shape our future. And I would like to highlight that tonight by someone who showed an interest in providing some poetry, but wanted to share their platform. Again, as these judges deliberate, I wanted to give a platform to a really young poet, a 15-year-old. Yeah, a 15-year-old named Max. He, him pronouns. Let's welcome him to the stage. Max, get up here. Come share a poem. Come share a poem.
Youth poets!
Okay.
Youth speaks!
I've never done anything like this before.
Get on that microphone!
Thank
Yo,
you.
Get on that microphone!
Okay.
Get on that
Okay.
microphone.
Okay.
Read your shit. Baby. Come on. You got it.
Yeah, baby.
My only friend was the smoke that filled my lungs. My only comfort was the cold edge of my blade. My only savior was the warm blood that would spill from my skin. Every drop a tear from my soul would shed, screaming for some sort of rescue. And when it got too bad, I was sent to the hospital. To them, I was nothing but an alien. No doctor looked at me with pity nor respect, only interest in those deep wounds on my flesh, not what they symbolized, not what they truly meant. Their eyes only held interest in how deep those wounds were and how much blood was spilling from them. I am nothing but an alien. There were no signs. A direct quote from my mother and her boyfriend. Again, I am an alien, misunderstood by my own family. But wasn't it apparent? 3.5 years of constant bloodshed, 3.5 years of constant exhaustion, 3.5 years of constant cries for help, 3.5 years of signs, those same signs you never saw. And it was normal again, just like how it had been years before the hospital visit. And I ridiculed my own mother for finally caring. She didn't feel the need to fake it anymore. It was normal again. And once more, my only friend was the smoke that filled my lungs. Once more, my only comfort was the cold edge of my blade. And once more, my only savior was the warm blood that would spill from my skin. Okay.
The next generation holds so much fucking power. Thank you so much, Max. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And thank everyone here for being a welcoming space for the next generation. I feel like young people need a space. They need an outlet in a world of technology to show up here in person on a mic in front of, however some people, it's so incredibly important. So thank you, Max. Give another round of applause. Thank you, Max! That being said, our judges have made some decisions. And so I am proud and I am honored to welcome to the stage our third place winner, Liam. Yeah, come on up, baby. Yeah, you. Okay, and the prize for the third place winner is a wooden carved, hand-painted logo of the Tidal Tongues Poetry Group of Big Island of Hawaii from Larry Bradfield, one of our sponsors and one of our judges himself down here, Larry Bradfield. Let's give a round of applause for Liam. Oh my God, and you guys even get flowers. Thanks, babe. Thank you guys so much. This logo is really interesting because I never imagined that I would have this much support. I never imagined. I thought this was going to be a small, low-key thing, and it might seem so now too, but it's way bigger than I ever imagined. The amount of interest, the amount of poets, the amount of listeners who have expressed interest in this is profound, and it makes me so incredibly happy. So thank you so much, Larry Bradfield, for creating this piece of Tidal Tongues poetry. For Liam here, who is also our host of Honolulu Poetry Slam. So if you ever find yourself in Honolulu and you want to read yourself some fucking poetry, you go ahead and hit up Liam and his sweet little daughter. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Liam. You were phenomenal. Thank you. Alrighty. Also, if y'all could whip out your phones, because I have my phone and I don't have a camera and I'm also up here. I would love a picture of this, so go ahead and pull out your shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's see it.
Get cute with it.
Super excited for our third place winner. Our second place winner, drum roll please. Sage. Yeah, no one wants to stage Sage. Alrighty. Sage, this wonderful poet, is going to be receiving a $50 gift card to Ola Brew, who is also sponsoring us today. Shout out to Ola Brew. And a wonderful thermos to hide your beer at the beach. You know how they be about that sometimes. You know what I mean. You gotta hide your beer at the beach sometimes. You gotta. Yeah. All right. Are we ready for our first place winner? There's no way. Y'all aren't ready for our first place winner. Do you want to know who it is? the local prize of a value of $120 hour-long massage at Kalani Oceanside Retreat. Here you go, babe. Yeah, you. I am so incredibly ecstatic to have all of you guys here tonight. Thank you so much for coming out, lending an ear, sharing your poetry, doing whatever you do to support this mission. It is so incredibly important. I don't even think you realize how incredibly important it is to our society now that we continue to further the arts like this, and poetry especially. It is a dying art. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of our local sponsors, Kukulal Studio, Larry Bradfield, yeah, Ola Brew, wonderful, awesome, and Kalani Oceanside Retreat. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you had a great time. Tidal Tongues Poetry will be hosting an event every month. On the third month, there will be a grand slam. I try to host it at local organizations and local local organizations that will host us and hopes to spread the word about their organization as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Next Wednesday, Ola Brew Open Mic. Come out, show some support.
Sunday Blues Jam, Monday Jazz Jam. Mahalo everybody for coming out to Kukulal Studio. And give it up one more time for Angel, everybody. Give it up for this girl. Come on. Yeah, girl, man. Killing it. What a beautiful event. Thank you so much for participating and being a part of this community extravaganza. If you could, two things I always say at the end of every night, that is, one, if you haven't had a chance to make a new friend, it's highly recommended to make a new friend and share a consensual hug. No one's getting kicked out. Hang out as long as you like. And then the second one is if you can help us be extra prono neighbors by please not hanging out in the street or the alley. That'd be super radical. Hang out here. And then go where you're going. And we talk story and make friends. Love you. Allah.